Hello, how's everybody doing today? This is Rich here on behalf of Rich TV Live. I have a special stock I want to talk to you about today. It is called First Majestic Silver Corp. And this is one that probably one of the biggest stocks we've ever talked about on our show, which I'm very excited about. And I love silver. I love gold. I love mining stocks. So I'm going to be going through as much as I can over the next little bit to really kind of give you a better idea of who First Majestic Silver is. And I'm going to break down what I think they can become. So you could see here that Roth Capital Partners called them a buy at 763 on the New York Stock Exchange. And if we go to Webull, we could see here that on the Toronto Stock Exchange, they're currently trading at $13.13. And if we were to go to AGs, the symbol in America, symbol in America is AG. The price now is at $9.35. Now you could see it did get as low as $5 on March 18th. That was an amazing buying opportunity. And it's been as high as $12.41 in December of last year. So we've seen the high here. We see the low here. And we're kind of right in the middle, right around 937. So I still see some upside here. Could potentially go a little bit on the downside too, where you may want to enter and position yourself. But you can see here that this is the zone, which was the buying zone, right? All the red here, this was the buying zone. This is the time to position yourself, especially down here at the bottom, and then ride it up. And if you bought this at 5, literally in March, you're able to almost double your money now. And we can go and change indicators here and go to candlesticks just to see what the candlesticks are looking like today. And if I want to go to the 1-hour chart, I can pull up the 1-hour chart and I can take a good look at what's going on today. Okay, you could see higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. So higher high, higher high, higher high, lower low, lower low, lower low. So had its move up, retracting down. The question is what's going to be next. Now, when you look at the RSI, you can see that it's at 49. So right in the middle, so it's not really telling us anything here on the RSI. The MACD is pointing down with the blue and the yellow, but they starting to kind of come down and turn sideways here. And you can see all the red here, which is just selling pressure. So this does look like it's going to make an adjustment here at some point, probably on the upside. They came down here, probably now going to see some upside pressure here. See the sell-off here, the big red candle in the last hour. See that big red candle? Okay. So, going to be interesting to see what happens here today, but big red candle right now, which could be generating a buying opportunity here. Now let's take a look at some of their information. So this is First Majestic Silver. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you're having a great morning. I believe this is a company that everybody needs to put on their watch list and everybody needs to put on their radar. I love silver. I love gold. This is a company that happens to be one of the top silver companies out there. So bottom line, First Majestic Silver reported Q1 2020 production of 3,152 thousand ounces of silver and 32.2 thousand ounces of gold, slightly higher than our estimate of 3,096 thousand ounces of silver and 29.4 thousand ounces of gold. Higher than expected silver production at Encantada, offset slightly lower than expected production at Santa Elena and San Dimas. Overall, there were no major surprises in the quarter. Our Q1 earning per share estimate increased by a penny to 0.01 from nil. You can go on to read the key points. all broken down here. You can see that the revenue did grow from 85 million to 90 million, so that's good revenue growth. But they have been slowed down due to COVID-19. Like almost everybody has had somewhat of a slowdown. Now you do see the upside scenario here. This is BMO, Bank of Montreal, giving them an upside scenario. Our target price is based on a 50% weighted given to a 25-time multiple and a 50% weighted assigned to a 3.0x multiple. The upside scenario for the stock is $16, which would be a huge jump from these prices. Oops. So still be a nice jump if it went from 13 to 16. So that's the upside. The downside is 550 if the price of silver collapses, which I don't believe it will. The silver price collapses, resulting in a cutback to exploration and development spending. This scenario is based on 12x. So I believe the price of silver goes higher. There's a 51% chance that it goes towards the upside of $16, showing this current price right now, and the downward scenario of 550, which I don't think is going to happen. What is the key catalyst? Right here, the completion of the roaster at Encanada to enable the processing of tailings, mill improvements, and mine development at San Dimas, development of Ermitaño, converting Santa Elena to LNG. Company description: First Majestic is an intermediate primary silver producer with 3 operating mines in Mexico. So you can see that they've got 3 operating mines in Mexico. Let me just turn this off. So they're breaking down the price per share, what they've done in the past, and what they think they can do in the future. And I'm very bullish on gold and silver, so I believe there's a lot of upside here. A lot of upside here. So I'm not going to break down all these numbers, but just doing the research to see where BMO thinks they can go. Here's a breakdown. Here's a history. So you can see the price has been up and down quite a bit over the years. Let's quickly just take a look at the 1-year chart. So if you look at the 1-year chart, you can see that they've been as high as 1650, and I'm going to mark this high on the chart, and I'll use a red line here, which is the high, and you can see that they've been as low as right here. Put a buy line here. So you can see they've been as low as $5, as high as 16, and they're currently at 1283. Kind of right here in the zone. If I zoom in, came down to this level and then immediately came up. Came back down, came up, came back down, came up, came back down, came up, came back down. The next leg will probably be up here. It is trending up. So I would not be surprised to see it climb up like this. As you can see, it's stepping up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, right? So you can literally see the way that this is trending up. You can see the way this is trending up. I know a lot of people are going to say, but Rich, such an expensive stock. We like the penny stocks, Rich. Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to also invest in good companies, right, guys? Great companies. And this is one that obviously is doing quite well. I mean, look at the share price. So you could see here that higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. So this has just been going up, 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 and stepping up. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this continue. But what goes up could come down. Could be a buying opportunity if it comes down here, because I'm very, very bullish on silver. I am. I'm bullish on gold. I'm bullish on silver. Let's just take a look at OTC markets and see what the market's doing right now. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for being here. If you like this video and you like the pick, please smash the like button. Let me just quickly take a look here. Here's our last news right here, the news press release that came out. Here's the last press release. And if you guys like this video, please smash the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more updates on companies like this. This is their last press release. First Majestic Silver reports first quarter financial results, temporarily postpones the sale of silver and gold due to COVID-19, announces operational restart procedures. So they did have to temporarily announce the postponing of the sale of silver and gold due to COVID-19, unfortunately. Right here, revenues of $86.1 million, or 1% lower compared to Q1 2019, primarily due to suspending sales in March in an attempt to maximize future profits due to metals market volatility. Adjusted earnings per share of 4 cents after excluding non-cash and non-recurring items. They did repurchase 275,000 shares, so they're buying shares themselves. End of the quarter with $145.2 million in cash and cash equivalents, strong working capital position of $139.8 million, and total available liquidity of $204.9 million, including $65 million of undrawn revolving credit facility. Let's just read what they said here. As the COVID-19 pandemic sparked higher than normal volatility in the market, in the metals market, near the end of the quarter, we temporarily suspended our silver and gold sales as paper prices dropped significantly below true physical prices, stated Keith Neumayer, President and CEO of First Majestic. These inventoried ounces have been carried out into the second quarter and will be sold as prices improve. Nevertheless, strong production from each of our three mines generated operating earnings of $21.1 million, representing a 106% increase over the same period of 2019. Neumayer continued, our operations and CSR teams have been working diligently throughout the first quarter to ensure all areas of our business are following appropriate policies and procedures to prevent the spread of a potential COVID-19 outbreak. To date, I am pleased to report we have not experienced any positive cases within any of our areas of operation. We are now beginning to implement restart procedures across each of the mine sites and expect full production to be reached in early July. Finally, I would like to thank Wheaton Precious Metals and Sandstorm Gold for their financial support towards the purchasing of important medical supplies for the Toyoltita and Bamamichi communities in response to this pandemic. So that's the press release that was put out. Okay. And if we go to Market Watch, let's see how gold and metals are doing today. Wow, big day for the markets. Markets are booming again. Dow Jones is up. Big day after a holiday. Dow Jones back to 25,000, guys. But look at gold. Gold's going down, guys. As the market goes up, gold is starting to go down. which I believe is going to create a buying opportunity. As gold goes down, I believe this will create a buying opportunity. And as predicted, oil now at $34, screaming back to those prices where I told you it has to be. I believe we will see oil back to $50 to $60 a barrel because that's where oil has to be so that these oil companies can be profitable. So in my opinion, we still have a lot of upside for oil. Gold is starting to go down because the market is going up. People are getting bullish on the market and they're becoming more bearish on precious metals because precious metals is the safe haven when the markets are weak. But right now the markets are strong, and that's why you see gold going down and the markets going up. Okay, and what does that mean for silver? Probably means that we may see silver retract a little bit. If we take a look at some of the top gold companies that we look at, let's look at Kinross Gold. See that? Pulling back in the red. And I already sold all my gold stocks, guys. Took advantage of this big run up. Kinross Gold went from $4 all the way to 10. Sold. Now it's starting to come back down. I would love to see them come back down here. If I see these guys come back down here, buy all day long, guys. I would buy this all day long at these levels, okay? So that's what we're looking for as investors, right? We're looking for buying opportunities. We're looking for, a crash in the market. We're looking for weakness in the market. We're looking for, what we see here, downward pressure, right? And this is a trend, guys. This is a trend, right? This is a real trend down. Now the question is, will this continue? If the market continues to go up like it has, I would not be surprised to see this continue down. And if gold continues to go down, then you have to assume that silver will also go down. Okay, so that's why First Majestic, as you see, is currently in the red today. But I believe that this red could be signaling a buying opportunity. I do. That's a better line there. Let's get a more realistic line. There we go. There we go. So you can see it's dropping now 3% with the price of metals dropping. First Majestic may also be dropping due to the fact that the market for metals is going down. So the key here as an investor is to find a good buying opportunity, right? You want to position yourself and find a good buying opportunity. Make sure you do the due diligence, you do your research, figure out where you think this is going to go, and try to position yourself accordingly. This is the BMO Silver report here. So this is the BMO opportunity here. Bottom line, silver's transition from industrial to infrastructure, metal, offers new opportunities. Bottom line, while gold naturally gets most of the attention in a macro environment of aggressive monetary support, we feel there is an opportunity emerging in silver. As governments seek to further bolster economic recovery, we anticipate silver-intensive areas such as 5G, and solar technology, and I just positioned myself in 2 solar deals yesterday, could well benefit from any fiscal impulse, making silver increasingly the infrastructure precious metals. See what they're saying here? There may be opportunity here in silver, folks. Key points. Silver's physical demand outlook to witness a shakeup as new technologies come to the fore. Traditionally considered an industrial precious metal with applications as a conductive and soldering element within electronics, but also as a brazing alloy, we believe silver's use in 5G related technology will increasingly position it as an infrastructure commodity. I believe the price of silver goes higher. Now, if we go to investing.com and we take a look at price of commodities. Hey, good morning, Brent. How you doing? Brent says, hey, Rich, what do you know about SE? I think it's the next Amazon. My thoughts. Wow, that's a big statement. You think SE is the next Amazon? Wow. I'd have to look. Hold on one second. Let's take a look at real-time commodities. Let's take a look at the price of silver. So you can see the price of silver is at $17.75. Now, if you're looking to buy a silver stock like First Majestic Silver, what you want to do, and here's First Majestic Silver's website, what you want to do is you want to also look at the price of silver, okay? And take a look at the 1-year chart, right? If we go to the 1 year, I see opportunity here because I see silver going as low as $11 in March when the market crashed. Silver hit a low of 11. I also see a high here over the last year of about 19. And then we see silver right now at 17. In my opinion, we're going to see silver go to over 20. As you can see here, the highest has been in the last 5 years is $20. So I believe we're going to see silver go back to an all-time high. I think we're going to see a lot of interest in silver. And I think we're going to see it go back to an all-time high. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't go back to these lower levels. As you can see, we've had many dips in silver. Many dips in silver to these lower levels. So not to say we can't get back down there. But if we do, then that's when you want to position yourself in a company like First Majestic Silver. When you see the price of silver really crash, that's when you want to position yourself in a stock like this. And then when you see that it is at its all-time highs, that's when you want to think about, maybe selling your position. You could see here First Majestic Silver did get as high as $24. That was in 2016 when silver hit its all-time high. Look, silver hit its all-time high, 2016. And boom, when silver hit its all-time high, First Majestic Silver hit its all-time high, right? Since then, when silver hits its lows, First Majestic Silver hits its lows, right? And you could see, it's been as low as $7, $6. Seems as though 5 is the lowest it's going to go, which is an amazing buying opportunity. Obviously, we've drawn this little trend up here, and it looks to me like it's walking up, right? Looks to me like it's walking up, walking up, walking up. Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. What's the next thing? Probably another higher high, okay? And we just saw Bank of Montreal predicting that it could go as high as $16. Currently at $12.87 in Canada and $9.32 in America. You can see this trend is going up. Very clear trend line up. You can see that it's just going right up, right on that trend line, which is very bullish. And then you can also see that the RSI is only at 54, so it's not at over 70, which would be a selling zone. And you can see here that the MACD crossed, the yellow crossed the blue on the way up, which is very bullish. You see this climbing up. You don't see the yellow crossing the blue on the way down, which would be bearish. So this is all very bullish right here with the indicators saying that they believe this will continue. But, right, we'll see, right? We'll see if this continues. Hey, how you doing, Robert? What's up, Benjamin? What's up, AJ? Good morning, AJ. Good morning, Crypto Man. Can I look into Luckin Coffee? Well, I'm going to be looking into this right now. I'm not really looking into Luckin Coffee right now, but I know that they had, some ups and downs. So definitely one that you should keep your eye on, but not one of my favorite stocks right now because it just crashed. So might be some upside there, but also got to be careful. Now, this is the First Majestic website. You can see news releases. If I want to research more, there's no substitute for silver. Now, they have a corporate presentation here. Strong management team. So as you can see here, Keith Neumayer, very famous management, CEO, president, been in the sector for a long time. Let me read you a little bit about Keith Neumayer. Mr. Neumayer has worked in the investment community since 1984. He began his career at a number of Canadian national brokerage firms. Mr. Neumayer moved on to work with several publicly traded companies in the resource and high technology sectors. His roles have included senior management positions and directorships responsible in areas of finance, business development, strategic planning, and corporate restructuring. Mr. Neumayer was the original and founding president of First Quantum Minerals. Mr. Neumayer founded First Majestic Silver in 2002 and First Mining Gold in 2015. Mr. Neumayer has also listed a number of companies on the Toronto Stock Exchange and as such has extensive experience dealing with the financial, regulatory, legal, and accounting issues that are relevant in the investment community. Mr. Neumayer also won the E&Y Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2011 for the metals and mining category. So obviously, strong management team with a CEO that knows what he's doing and has a history of success. Okay, this is their website, First Majestic Silver. Why First Majestic? Their vision is to be the world's purest silver producer, mission to produce profitable silver ounces, and to optimize and grow our mineral resources through ethical, innovative, and sustainable practices through an empowered workforce that encourages continuity and performance and permanence of the organization. Their values: trust, accountability, honesty, creativity, attitude, sustainability, and loyalty. So very simple. And I like silver. And I like gold. And I like oil. So you guys are going to hear me talk more and more about these types of precious metals. And I like cannabis too. So we're going to watch all of it. We're going to be learning about all of it. And when someone's talking about a silver stock, now I got a silver stock. When someone's like, Rich, what's your top silver stock? First Majestic Silver, guys. This is it. I wanted to bring you guys a silver stock that I could really sink my teeth into. This is it. In my opinion, this is one of the best silver stocks you could buy, in my opinion. Okay? All right, that's the website. Here's Roth Capital Partners. They were calling a buy rating when it was at 763 on the New York Stock Exchange. You could clearly see it's gone much higher than that. It's gone to 932, so they were clearly right when they called that buy. This is the corporate presentation. One metal, one country. The symbol in Canada is FR. The symbol in America is AG on the New York Stock Exchange. And in Frankfurt, Germany is FMW. One metal, one country. Some silver basics. And I went to the last metals conference. And when I went to the last metals conference, they actually were selling bricks of silver. So annual silver consumption is 1 billion ounces. Wow. 80% sourced from mining, 20% sourced from recycling and hedging. Over the past 10 years, the silver industry has been in a 500 million ounce physical deficit. That is very bullish. Silver is one of the world's most reflective and best conductors of electricity. 55% of silver consumption is from industrial applications, electronics, medicine, solar. I think solar is really one of the big keys here. Okay. Water purification, window manufacturing. Demand by sector: 55% industrial fabrication, 20% jewelry, 20% coins and bars, 5% silverware. Scrap recycling is at a 25-year low. Current silver to gold mine supply ratio of 8-1. Wow. So as we go green, we require more silver. So this is really big, especially with electric vehicles. This is going to be a part of the future, guys. And you guys know I love Tesla. You know I love electric vehicles. Look at how much silver is being required. Solar roofs, power electronics, transmission and electric engine, battery packs using silver, battery management systems using silver, high voltage electric cable, all using silver. Silver is the enabler. And I told you guys I'm a big fan of silver, and I'm going to continue to talk about silver. Brent Jagger says, I got in AG in 2019 at 450, only 100 shares. Nice entry, Brent. You're a beast, bro. Brent says, Fusion Energy is going to blow the roof off everything energy related. Wow, SCA? All right, well, I'll definitely take a look at it. I'll write it down here. I really just want to focus on this pick right now, but I'll definitely take a look at that later. So silver is the enabler, growing demand from solar. And guys, I'm getting into solar, so it's kind of funny. I just bought 2 solar stocks yesterday, and today I'm talking to you about a silver stock. I've had so many people over the last little while say, Rich, you always talk about gold. What about silver? What silver plays do you like, Rich? Well, this is it, guys. In my opinion, the #1 silver play, in my opinion, right here, right now, is First Majestic Silver. The #1 silver play, in my opinion. And let me break down why I like silver so much. You guys will see here. Solar carports are one of the most viable options for refueling electric vehicles, currently in use at a number of Walmarts, federal and state offices, and colleges across the United States. U.S. Department of Energy, National Renewable Energy Laboratories says about 8,000 solar carport stations would be needed to provide a minimum level of urban and rural coverage nationwide. I think the price of silver is going to go higher, and I think there's going to be a growing demand for silver because of solar and electric vehicles. Okay, you can see these graphs here. You can see the silver fabrication growing over the years. And look at all the usage for silver, guys. And I believe we're going to find even more usage for silver. Look at this. They're using it in all these different products, jewelry, washing machines, deodorant, even in batteries. Look at this. Buildings. So what is gold telling silver? This is the gold to silver ratio. So First Majestic Silver's primary focus is revenue from silver. And the other 40%, I'm assuming, is from gold. They're in one country right now, Mexico. World's largest silver producing country that they're focused on. Multi-asset producer, 3 producing silver mines, 4,600 direct employees. Wow, that's massive. Large land package, over 350,000 hectares of mining claims in 9 states. Goal, become the world's largest primary silver producer, and they are well on their way. You can see here the share breakdown and the market capitalization. Market capitalization US 1.6 billion. Shares outstanding 210 million. 218 million shares issued outstanding fully diluted. So the daily volume is pretty good. 3 million shares daily volume. Cash and cash equivalents, $169 million. And you can see here the shareholders. Management owns 2% of the company. Wheaton Precious Metals owns under 10%, 9.9%. Retail owned 44%, and institution owned 44%. So you got the banks and institutions that own almost 50% of this, and then the retail owns the other 50%, and then you've got the management and then a strategic partner that own the other 12% of the company. You can see their silver production equivalent. Huge jump up in 2018. A little bit of a drop off in the last Q, but nothing to be too worried about, only 1%. He says right here, due to COVID-19, all mines have been placed on temporary suspension until April 30th, 2020, and 2020 guidance has been withdrawn. So hopefully they're back to operational now. So it's showing these 3 mines that are in production: San Dimas, Santa Elena, and La Encantada. And this is temporarily suspended in San Martin. And then these are the 5 projects that will be ongoing. Here's their strong production growth. You can see the production growth over the years, how it's really just grown. This is the 2020 guidance. All-in sustaining cost, payable silver ounce. This breaks down operational highlights. These are their capital investments. Now, one of the things about mining companies is that you will find that they are very capital intensive. They need to spend a lot of money to put drills in the ground and to pull the gold or pull the silver or pull the oil out of the ground for mining companies, okay? So if you're a mining company, you're spending a lot of money drilling. You're spending a lot of money on research. You're spending a lot of money on getting your 43101s. You're spending a lot of money on geologists. You're spending a lot of money on pulling these assets out of the ground, okay? So they're very capital intensive. They need a lot of money. R&D, research and development, they need a lot of money for drilling. So there's a lot of expenses involved to pull these assets out of the ground, okay? So you can see how much money they need to sustain their growth and how much money is being used for expansion. 119 million being used for expansion, 53 million being used for sustaining the business. As you can see here, 63 million for development, 28 million for more exploration to find more silver and gold deposits, 33 million for PP&E, and 47 million for corporate projects. This is what they have left for reserve growth to make sure that they're not overspending. You can see their proven renewable reserves and proven and probable reserves and meters of exploration. So they still believe there's lots of reserves to mine. This is the San Dimas silver gold mine. Breaks down how much reserves they believe are there. This is what the property looks like. And breaks down some of the partnerships and relationships and deals they have in place with Wheaton Precious Metals, which would be another company to take a look into. Maybe I can do another video on them shortly as well. This is the regional map. Shows current mining areas. Talking about restarting this mine in early 2020. Wow. First reported mining in the San Dimas district in 1757. Holy smokes. Over 250 years ago. Considered to be one of the most significant precious metal mining districts in Mexico. Historic production estimated at 11 million ounces and 550 million ounces. Over 500 kilometers of underground development. Wow. Holy smokes. That's just huge. This is the processing mill over here. And you can see the territory broken down. Okay. Hey, what's up, Dynamic Beast? Good morning, Robert. How you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good trading day yesterday. Our trading academy killed it yesterday. Antoine was on fire. I was on fire, won all my trades. I know Amanda was on fire. She caught 400 pips last night. So congratulations to everyone in the trading academy for killing it last night. And we're back at it tonight with another silver play, which I believe has enormous potential. This, in my opinion, is one of the best silver stocks you could buy. If you're looking to buy a silver stock, you need to look at this stock. That's it. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. If you're looking to buy a silver stock, you need to look at First Majestic Silver. This is one of the best silver stocks out there, period. End of story. Okay? First Majestic Silver, in my opinion, one of the best and brightest silver stocks on the planet. As you can see, 928 in America and in Canada, currently at $12.89. So I believe huge upside and potential for these guys. And I'm a big fan of them. And I think there's a lot of upside here. Now let's go back to some of the highlights. So this is TD now. Saying strong Q1 production results ahead of COVID-19 suspensions. So they're recommending a buy. They are saying risk high. 12-month price target of $14 in Canada. We're really close to that price, guys. So, we're definitely approaching a high. The 12-month total return, 31%. Great return on your investment. Breaks down all the Q1 results. It had to withdraw its 2020 guidance due to COVID-19. So that could have an effect on the price right now. But I'm still very bullish on silver and very bullish on this specific company. As you can see here, First Majestic ended 2019 with $179 million in working capital, including $169 million in cash. The company has $155 million in long-term debt, including $136 million in unsecured senior convertible debentures, which mature in 2023. The company will provide its Q1 2020 financial results on May 14th, 2020, which we broke down for you guys. So this is TD giving their opinion now. So we've seen an opinion from BMO, and now we're seeing an opinion from TD. And like I said, when it comes to silver stocks, this is probably one of the best on the planet. So you want to definitely look at this, do your research, and see what everyone else is thinking and what their opinion is. So they believe this is considered high risk because it is high at the high of the zone. But if you believe that the price of silver goes higher, then you would assume that the price of First Majestic will also go higher. Okay? This is the optimization program. Since acquisition, production costs have been reduced by over 20% to $125 a ton. And you can read all the specifics here. Estimated 40% reduction in ore drive development dimensions, allowing for reduced dilution and reductions in costs associated with standard ground support. Pillar recoveries from Toyaltita, Santa Rita, and Noche Buena mines. Okay, let's scroll down. So the yellow is the current infrastructure, and the red is the 2020 project infrastructure. So you could see what they're currently working on and what they're going to be looking to work on in the future. So let's take a look at some of their growth projects. This is the La Encantada silver mine. You can see the 2020 production estimate. Reserves and resources, 22.5 million ounces. Measured and indicated, 29.3 million ounces. And inferred, 15 million ounces. Natural gas generators currently supplying 90% of power requirements. And you can see all of their silver production for Q1 all the way to Q4 and the full year end, what they anticipate their cash costs will be and all-in sustaining costs will be. This is the Santa Elena silver mine. Looks like this. 9.6 million ounces of proven and probable, 17.3 million ounces measured and indicated, and 11.4 million ounces inferred. This breaks down the total cost of the operation. This is a very profitable project here. All-in sustaining cost, $3. Not bad. Recently installed HIG mill in Q3 2019 continues to improve silver and gold recoveries, conversion from diesel power to liquid natural gas by end of 2020, 100% silver gold door producer. So I like gold and I like silver, and these guys do both. So I think that they have to be one that you're watching. If you like miners, you need to be thinking about First Majestic Silver. What's my entry point? You know what? It's tough on this right here. It's down 3% right now. So I'd be thinking about buying it now, to be honest with you. Based on this, how it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It went up and now it's going to go down. I think it's going to retract and then go back up again. So I think we're going to see it go higher. That's my opinion. But I don't like to tell you guys when to buy or sell. That's really on you guys. That's up to you. You guys got to decide what is a good entry point for you. But I like silver and I like gold. And I think both are going to go higher, in my opinion. Right now they're going down, which I believe could create a buying opportunity. Because the market's up. Market's going up. Metals is a safe haven. So because the market's going up, people are pouring money into metals as a safe haven. Because the market's going down, people are pulling money out of metals in a safe haven and putting money into the markets. When the market goes back down, which I believe they probably will at some point, you would probably anticipate that metals will shoot up. And I wouldn't be surprised to see silver go back to $20 and gold go to $2,000, which would be an all-time high for gold. And I wouldn't be surprised to see silver go to like $21, which would be like an all-time high for silver. Not the all-time high, but the highest has been in a while. So I think that is a very big possibility. And that's why I'm bringing you this pick right now. Put it on your watches, put it on your radar. Because when it comes to silver stocks, so many people have been asking me, Rich, what's your top silver stock? You're always talking about gold. You're always talking about oil. You're always talking about cannabis. You're always talking about tech. You're always talking about COVID-19. What about silver? What about silver, Rich? Well, First Majestic Silver. Here it is, guys. You wanted a silver stock? Now you got it. First Majestic Silver. One of the best and brightest silver stocks, period. End of story. FR is the symbol in Canada, and AG is the symbol in America. You can see that they did go down, been as low as 920, now back to 929, been as high as 954. You see the trend is going up. It's doing a little bit retrace. I think this continues up. That's my opinion. I think it goes higher. So we'll see. You can see that typically when it goes green for a bit. When it goes red for a bit. And now it's green again. I think that this green goes for a little while here. And probably we see this continue up. And this little bit of red here today might be a buying opportunity, in my opinion. But remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your own due diligence. Always do your own research before you invest in anything that we talk about here at Rich TV Live. I'm not a financial advisor, okay? Before you invest in anything that we talk about here on our show, consult a financial advisor, please. This is the Santa Elena project, 4 kilometers away from the Santa Elena mill. Pre-feasibility study expected in Q4 2020. Initial production expected in early 2021. This is the resource growth. You can see the resource growth. And you can see the regional potential. So lots of upside for the region, exploration upside, large land package of mining claims covering 102,244 hectares. New discovery made in Ermitaño in late 2016. Currently have 4 rigs drilling at Ermitaño, 2 rigs at Santa Elena, and 1 rig at Los Hernandez, planning 45,500 meters of regional exploration drilling in 2020. This is the R&D, research and development. With recent advances in science and technology, we are now able to design processes that can grind and treat particles the size of a human red blood cell, 5 microns. The smaller the particle size, typically more metal can be recovered, which increases production and reduces unit costs. So this breaks down how they're able to. It's pretty revolutionary. They're able to design processes which can grind and treat the particles in these tiny little cells. Very interesting. Technology and evolution, guys. High intensity grinding. So this is what their strategy is. Uses rotating grinding discs with ceramic beads to grind ore as fine as 20 microns, which is shown to significantly increase recoveries. Low cost energy consumption, low maintenance compared to standard ball mill. 2 3,000 TPD units delivered in 2019 to Santa Elena and La Encantada. 3rd unit to be delivered to San Dimas in Q2 2020. So here's some of their results from the Santa Elena recoveries. So very strong results. This is their processing innovation. So not just mining, but trying to find ways to make the mining more effective so that they can get higher quality silver, so they can get higher concentrated results. And this is how you become a better producer. Wow. So for every 1% increase in silver recoveries, they're getting an extra 125,000 ounces of silver. So let's talk about future catalysts. Essence of Growing says, can you comment on the potential benefits of bringing back the uptick rule and the coalition trying to bring it back to help the junior miners from predatory short sellers? Oh man, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. I'm not going to bring that up into this. Has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Narosa says, CV Sciences up another 25%. I missed out on that. Easy triple in 2 weeks. Yeah, there's a lot of cannabis stocks really coming up from the lows. Just make sure that if you guys are playing those plays, that you're not going to get greedy and you're going to take your profits, guys. Now let's take a look at some future catalysts. High silver recoveries expected at San Dimas following the installation of high-intensity grinding. Converting Santa Elena from diesel to LNG in 2020 to reduce energy costs. restart of mining operations in the past producing Untitled mine at San Dimas in 2020, continued resource expansion potential at Santa Elena's Ermitaño project, pre-feasibility study expected in Q4 2020, continued improvements in metallurgical recoveries through implementation and micro bubbles, fine grinding, and other R&D, research and development. Evaluating modifications to the roasting circuit at La Encantada, which is expected to add 1.5 million ounces of production per year. This is the 2020 revenue per metal. So you can see mostly silver, some gold, but mainly silver. See First Majestic, 63% silver. But hey, they got some gold too, and I like that too. So they got some gold and some silver. So they are a consistent top performer when you compare their shares to their peers. Wow, look at this. In the last year, up 108%. In the last 5 years, up 144%. In the last 10 years, Majestic is up 212%. So really, when you're looking at silver producers, they are the number one performing stock of all silver stocks when you compare them to their peers. In the last year, in the last 5 years, only Pan America is higher in the last 5 years, and nobody is higher in the last 10 years. There it is, guys. Evidence is right there. Top silver producer, silver performer on the planet, First Majestic Silver. So when you guys ask me who's your top silver play, you now know First Majestic Silver. Okay? I've told you guys Kinross Gold is my top gold play. And I like Kinross Gold, Barrick Gold, and Nova Gold. Those are my top three. Right here, this is my number one top silver play right now. And they're a big board play, great company, doing all the right things, and they've been a huge success. So keep the story simple. This is their strategy. One metal, one country, continue to acquire the best talent in Mexico. Their focus is Mexico. They're not trying to overwhelm themselves, trying to be a global powerhouse. They're focused on being as big as they can be in Mexico, which I like. Some of these companies tried to spread themselves too thin by trying to be global. Build through development and acquisition. Become the world's largest primary silver producer. Love these goals. So when you're buying the stock, you're buying a major, major player. So here's some photos of some of their projects, and that's their natural gas generators. And here's some of the top ownership of the stock. And some of the top research coverage from all the major banks and top shareholders. Wheaton Precious Metals. GDX, this gold ETF right here, owns a big percentage. The Vanguard Group, Keaton Neumayer, you can see here, President CEO, owns 1.7%. Morgan Stanley owns 1.5%. So you can see some of the big players that own a position in this stock. Take a look at some of the exploration and development. So these are some of their projects. And these are their reserves. So 3 major projects, more on the works. You can see all their material properties. And their non-material properties. and more details. So that's the PowerPoint presentation. If you go to BMO real quickly here, and it's talking about why they believe silver is going to potentially be one of the future assets. It says right here, unlike gold, investment demand will be more cyclical, but can be more impactful. So they're actually believing here that there's some huge upside on silver. We see macro asset allocators as annuity, gold buyers providing assets under management trend higher. In contrast, have made a mandate to own silver exposure. So essentially what they're saying is more and more people are going to start positioning themselves in silver because silver is getting more usage. And as more technology starts happening, 5G, electric vehicles, they're going to need more silver. I'm not going to read all of this. A lot of it is very redundant to what we've already talked about, but I just want to give you an explanation and show you. And you can see the gold silver production share, top silver producers. You can see Mexico, #1 in the world, right? And that's where First Majestic Silver is located with 3 of their mines. So BMO is saying that China is going to take center stage in driving the price of silver up. And one of the major reasons is because of 5G and how silver is being used with 5G. Silver demand shifting away from industry, consumer segments, and into infrastructure investments. Unlike gold, investment demand will be more cyclical and can be more impactful. When we do see such flows that can have a large influence on prices witnessed in Q3 2019. In our view, silver will remain more retail driven in terms of price formation. One challenge silver will have to face is a steady growth in investment options available to retail investors, of which cryptocurrencies are perhaps the most obvious, but also includes more liquid bond and equity markets in emerging markets. So this is the silver supply and demand balance and the gold to silver ratio. You can see climbing. So you can see here, most have a buy rating, 42% saying it's going to outperform, 52% are saying hold, and only 3% are saying sell. Okay, so that's BMO. And Roth Capital Partners, you can see here, gave them a buy rating, and they've already climbed up around $2 since this buy rating. Matthew says, I have considered joining the Academy, but I'm doing so well just off your YouTube channel and secret picks. I don't know how you find all these fantastic companies. You and your team are killing it. It's just because we work as a team. You just answered it, because we work as a team. We are reiterating a buy rating and lowering our price target to 13 from 14 per share. So we're right now at 13. So kind of where they're priced at right now is where they're saying they believe it should be. I believe that this is going to go higher in my opinion. I think there's some good upside here. They're going to break down everything here, which is a lot of redundant stuff that we've already talked about. I'm not going to keep reading the same stuff over and over, but just breaking down this deal and why they like it and where they think it can be and where they think it's going. I like this company. If you can get them on a dip, absolutely, this is an amazing buy. But if you're looking to position yourself in a good silver position, in my opinion, First Majestic Silver is one of the best, if not the best, silver play out there for you to position yourself in, okay? Once again, FR in Canada, First Majestic Silver, and AG, First Majestic Silver in America on the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. We bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. I believe First Majestic Silver has a chance to be a huge winner, and I believe they are the #1 silver stock out there. So when you ask me about a silver stock, start with First Majestic Silver. I'm going to keep my eye on these guys. I'm going to try to interview the CEO. I'm going to try to keep you guys updated on any moves that happen in the market. And I've given you guys gold plays. I've given you oil plays. I haven't given you a silver play until today. This is my first silver play that I've ever given you, and I'm very proud of this because this is one of the best silver plays in the world, in my opinion. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more updates. As we go live, we'll give you more updates. If you want to get access to these picks, and you want them first, join the team, guys. Email me, richtvlive@gmail.com, and I will send you instructions on how you can get access to all my picks first. And yeah, the YouTube channel is doing good, but all the members of Rich TV Live get access to my picks first. Members on YouTube get access to my picks first. Members in the Trading Academy get access to my picks first. And then I do videos for the YouTubers and the people, free content for the community and the people after that. So if you want access to the picks first and you want to get in on the picks first, you want to join the Trading Academy, you want to join us on YouTube, become a member there, that's where you're going to get access to all the picks first. But hey, if you like watching us for free on YouTube, you can do that too. We're also going to share picks with you here as well every single day. Okay? I also have some big news. I will be interviewing Zoom Away Travel in 2 hours live on Rich TV Live. They've just put out a press release saying that they'll be live on our show today. So stay tuned. Get your popcorn ready. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. First Majestic Silver, FR in Canada on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and AG in America in the red. And you guys know I love to buy red. Just saying. Let me guys, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Do you like First Majestic Silver? I love them. I think there's huge upside. Yeah, it could go down, and we might be able to buy a little bit lower, but I also think we've got incredible upside to look forward to with this company. Thank you guys for watching. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace.